because I've been watching KC. I talked about this thing, herd mentality, or I haven't even Googled it. When men, these guys, I feel like it's their age group, and Bryce is a bit older, but they're, they feel like it's hard for them to be individuals. Does that make sense? The only person that is an individual of the cast of men is Caleb, the cowboy. He's the only person who has his own personality and his own identity and is not in any sort of peer pressure group of trying to be one of the guys. Other than that, Casey, KC, because I told you, I looked him up, very Afrocentric, very much into the culture, all of that stuff. So, and I talked about it before in one of my pieces, but when I was like, it's like he's unleashed and gone wild, and then they show him saying all those things about Anaya, but you know how I feel about editing. Of course, they're going to find whatever bad sentence he says in the middle of other things, the thing that he questions, or they're going to catch that and put them all together. So y'all are going to hate him. I still really like Casey. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he is trying to impress the other guy. The way they talk to each other, it's like he's trying to impress them. It's like yeah, he just doesn't have his own individual thoughts. And from what I see, saw, believe, he really, really, really likes Anaya. Really likes her. Like, I think he's was falling for her for real. And then he goes to the guys, and that's where the those guys, Sincere, Zach, Bryce, and KC, are like a clique. A weird ass, yeah, like a weird ass clique. A clique of, they remind me of high school. They remind me of high school guys, or jocks, even though they're not all like, yeah. I can't, I'm not a psychologist, but I know what I'm seeing. It's a weird peer pressure guy, weird competition thing, and none of them are strong enough as an individual to express himself. So the only guys that are like that, Sean, he's gone, and Caleb. Corbin is a robot. Corbin is, oh, it's so sad that he fits into the stereotype, and part of it is how he talks, and that he doesn't talk deep ever. It's just about girls, and like, it's, oh my gosh. But I know there's hope for the future. I know there is. And then, so all those men that they sent over there, and I did see something about paper bag. Y'all, listen, it, they had to talk to these men, and I thought, yeah, so are they just supposed to keep them because they're black? Because you have to have substance too. It can't just be about being muscular, and it has to be about the conversation. So people think they thought the men that were safe, and I think they picked people that they could have conversations with. because the girls on this show are definitely deeper than the guys. What other guys are on this show? How many of them are there? Are there 6 or 7? Yep. The only individuals, Sean and Caleb. Yeah, if Gabriel was there, even though they say he's intelligent and studied computer science and everything, he's still part of that strange when guys get together, early college days type of thing. It's very, I mean, the show's a social experiment. I mean, the real world is how it all started. Big Brother. I have no commentary on oh yeah, on the couples. I really like Trinity. I have from day one. I've said she has such a great sense of humor. Um, I really like Anaya, but definitely like when I say she's upper class, I don't doesn't mean she's a snob, but just like she's grown up well. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that the whole princess thing, it's not something I could ever relate to. Um, you know what I'm saying? When I was young, I wish we came to Canada from Trinidad, and my my biggest dream was I wish I could get a big wheel. Cuz it seemed like all of the kids had a big wheel and it was on the commercials, and I was like I wanted one, but I don't think we could afford stuff like that. You understand? I had to look at the Sears catalog and pick 2 toys each year at Christmas. That's how I grew up. So I'm not materialistic, and I didn't ever want to be a princess. I loved reading fairy tales though. I just never, yeah, so that I talked about that even before, and I was like, yeah, she's really very a romantic in that princess type of thing. So that's just so different to me. I can't relate, but I'm listening to it. But I get that she said she wants to get married, but I hope also it's more than that because I think you need, she needs somebody that can have good conversation too, that is authentic. Um, and I don't know, did I say she was insecure? I don't know if I said that. I just talk as I watch a show, but I said I think she has anxiety. I think she has anxiety. It comes across in different ways. So I have anxiety. So that's what I see is anxiety, not being insecure. And the anxiety is because she's not getting like clear 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 conversations. They're always different, and that's going to make her anxious because she is looking for the mandem, you know. Kenzie is great TV. What can I say? Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Oh my gosh, like what? And that guy looks familiar that Kenzie's talking to. Oh yeah, and about the men they chose, very metrosexual, very metrosexual. Like Gal is a metrosexual. There, what's his name? Yeah, and what's his name? I'm not. The cute one, Corey. He's a metrosexual, very cute. Looks very familiar. Some of these people look like people that other people or people that I've seen before. I don't know. I don't know. Um, they're all very metrosexual. Shay, I dated a metrosexual before. Like they're very, Shay is a metrosexual. Um, who else did they choose? Oh, Carl. I like him. I like Carl, and I've never dated outside my race, and that doesn't mean I'm a racist because I can't be racist. And what does why do we have to define it? I'm black. I'm from the Caribbean. I don't know. My parents always wanted me to. They'd be like, is he from Trinidad? And I'm like, we live in Canada. We moved to Nova Scotia. Like, you think the guy I met is from Trinidad? Like, what? I was say, is he West Indian? No, he's from Nova Scotia. Yeah, and then later in life, no, he's American. And then now I live in Toronto. He's non-existent. So I don't know. All I see is too much trashy stuff. No substance, no individual dates, no, and because season 7 went wrong for many reasons too, and the producers were trying to get the show back on track. And season 6 is going wrong in a different way with the couples, and the producers are trying to get the show back on track to at least where there's couples. So the strongest couple to me, even though people won't agree with this, the strongest couples to me are are Anaya and KC. Y'all are not going to agree with this at all. I think if he can get out, work out all of the things that he has going on that he had to get out of his system and prove to himself or to the guys whatever is going on with him with his bravado, whoever he's trying to prove it to, and that's what Anaya doesn't want him for. She likes him conversations, all of that stuff. He even says when he's talking to the yeah, he still likes to have those deep conversations. I think of the things he said about all the traveling Anaya's done, how much he hasn't done. So he to me, I see I feel like he has some insecurity about what he hasn't done yet. But when I look up the things that he's done, his guy friends and everything, I just think he's like super dope. He's a barber, you know. I just think he's young. And this is what happens when young. Yeah, I never lived on a college dorm, and I was kicked out of my house in high school. But my friends, I didn't go to university till 2 years later. So I visited like my best friend on campus, and I knew that was not for me. And I had guy friends too that played football and stuff, and that dorm life looked crazy. And that's what it feels like to me. Dorm life, college dorm life is what this particular cast is reminding me of in how they act. So, Bryce and Trinity, they I think the show is not showing them, but I told you they're girlfriends, so that's important. The way they talk, chill, all of that. I don't think Trinity is faking and I think he really likes her. They're just odd, and the producers are not showing you, just like they're not showing you Anaya and Casey, and just like they didn't show Anaya and Carl at all the other day. That's they're not showing you some of these things where you'd be like, wow, because I'm sure Casey and Anaya have had super deep conversations. Um, but they're gonna make sure all the editing is about him wanting more sexually, or smexually, I guess I'm supposed to say on here. But yeah, like I think what they have is deeper than that. But there's a peer, like I said, there's a dorm life peer pressure thing with this group of guys that's very bizarre and just, yeah, not on a mature level. And who's older, Zach or Charlie? As much as I said Charlie, it was very dry. I think Zach is so handsome. I think he overthinks, overanalyzes every single thing, and that's why he's never going to sound authentic, because he's thinking so many things. So it's just going to look, everyone's going to, when people When people say that you can study the show, but how can you really study the show? What's it going to get you? The only thing I could think of from watching this show for 7 seasons, like let's say I studied the show, is that I would be aware that CASA AMORE was coming, and I don't know how to pretend anything, but I would be like thinking like, oh yeah, they gonna try to get me. I'm just gonna always talk positive. That's what I would do. I'd be like, I'd always be, there would just never be anything that I would plan it to. Like I'd be mad and I'd be like, that's okay. But yeah, nothing really stands out to me yet because I just haven't seen any connections that I feel can last outside of Casey and Anaya, and nobody's gonna agree with me, and that's okay, because I've been wrong, but I still stand by that. I still stand by it. And Trinity and Bryce are like somewhere in there too, at least having something of substance that's the backbone, because I believe that acquaintance, friendship, like having that type of friendship as a base, not lust as a base, is just so important. So I hope Melanie can meet somebody that values her more. And I do like Sincere and his hair. I just think they're all so young, y'all. But anyway, we'll see what happens. CASA AMORE, I think it's still going on. So hopefully we get to see some dates or better conversations, because there's just none of that really happening. And that's what I feel like the show is trying to get, some definitive couples for the audience to vote on. So those are my thoughts. You know what I always say, that's what's up. And this is Amanisvibe. It's always a vibe. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's what's up. And tomorrow I'll be in the hospital. Oh my gosh. But I have saved a lot of things so that I can hopefully still do pieces and post and stuff, you know. Yeah. All right. I'm out.
Amanisvibe. Welcome to Amanisvibe. That's the space that I provide. No negativity, no lies. Here is just positive vibes. Love Island, USA, pop culture, sports, and telling stories in my own way.